Probably should have used my phone. I probably should have used my phone. Shame, shame, shame. I probably should have used my phone. I probably should have used my phone. This quality is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. But I was on my phone doing some shit. So I was like, I'll use this. So I haven't been live on YouTube in quite some time. And I do apologize. I kind of live on the Instagram world, so I was having a really interesting conversation in reference to Kanye and the things that he is speaking about right now. Um, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but I have had real kings, real men in my life. Okay. I don't know why everybody act like they haven't been around real niggas. Okay. I I have had real kings. I am blessed enough to be raised by an amazing king who never left, who always stayed by our side, who always provided and protected for us. So my rule of thumb is whenever you wondering if something makes sense, gauge it off of what you already know. And that was my thing when we started talking about COVID. That was my thing when we started because in the waist measurement challenge, we was talking about just in general. I mean, monkeypox, the bird flu, all of those things. If you've been on this earth for over 20, 30 years, you have your own database that you can pull from. A lot of people don't understand that. And that is one of the things that we need to shake with Western society's programming. They make you feel like all of your experiences and the things you know and or have learned are not relevant unless you can base it off of like the news or TV. So I always say, please check your internal database. Then after you check that, your experiences that you went through in your life, then what you want to do is dig in that DNA, okay? Because our ancestral DNA allots us a lot of information that we don't always understand. Case in point, if you got a kid, and I was talking about this on the podcast, if you got a kid and the kid just gets on the piano and starts playing, this is because somewhere in a past life, this child had played the piano before. This child is actually tapping in to past life regressions, past life regressions, internal DNA, all these wonderful things that we are composed of. Your Akashic records live inside your chakra system. And a lot of times as we get older, we forget to unblock and listen. Self-awareness is the key. It is about woman, know thyself. Man, know thyself. It's always just about knowing you. That's the dopest part of spirituality because you win when you win. You win when you go within. Oh, coin that phrase. You win when you go within. You win when you go within. So anywho, uh back to your database that you have. A lot of things you gotta and maybe this is because I'm a parent of older children and understand how the world works. Because a lot of times it takes you to be around and go through some things in order to understand how the world works. Hey, shut it up. Just being rude. Just being real, my babies. It takes you gotta go through some things. You gotta live a little bit. Gotta go ups, downs in order to get this wisdom. Wisdom does not come from everything being great. Remember that. Thanks for that one thumbs up. Wisdom comes when you have learned that every obstacle is an opportunity for you to learn and be great. To be great. Okay. It's not for you to woe is me. Because I was reading the book The Alchemist. I just finished it. You see, I did the hair flip. Baby, if you have not read the book The Alchemist, please do not cheat yourself, treat yourself. But anywho, it gives you an opportunity to be spirit led and also appreciate life's ups and downs. Because without these obstacles, you don't really gain too much wisdom. Okay, you can be knowledgeable all you want, but wisdom is when you've learned, when you've experienced, and all those things. So back to back to the dude, and I hate, like, if I call myself a conscious content creator, I hate to be pulled in by Western society's mess, but I feel like I have to share this. I feel like I have to share this point of view, and I'm gonna go share it. Matter of fact, might as well just fucking share it now. What? Oh Lord, only got 13%. Let's see how this shit go. Um, I feel like you have to share your point of view, just to kind of, again, if we are a holistic community, and the way that we touch each other, again, if we are a holistic community, and the way that we touch each other is through contact, energy exchange, and information, right? Oh my gosh. If the way we touch each other, let me discard this. If the way we touch each other is through contact, energy exchange, which is pretty much the same thing, and information, then I feel like it's my responsibility to get this shit off my chest real quick. You got to be careful of the motherfucker that cry. Okay? You got to be careful of the motherfucker that cry. Okay? Matter of fact, I need to charge up. Let me get my shit and charge up, because this one about to be for the books. This one about to be epic, 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 epic. This one is gonna be epic. This one is gonna be for the books. This is gonna be the one to sing home about. This is the one. This is the fucking one. Oh, this one doesn't have that kind of charger. That fucking sucks. All right, so be care of the person that cries. What do I mean when I say that? What the fuck do I mean when I say, again, what the fuck do I mean when I say be careful of the person that cries? All right, after the fact. Be careful of the person that cries after the fact. And that's a lot of us. And sometimes it's because you are unaware. But there are people, and let's just be clear, there are people who are completely aware of situations, and they engage in those situations because it is beneficial to them. It's like, I'm going to say, it's kind of like all of y'all is stealing. That's the best way I could describe it. Everybody's stealing. Okay? Everybody's stealing in the store. Everybody, and I'm gonna say it just the fuck like that. Everybody's stealing in the store. Everybody's stealing in the store. Okay? Everybody's stealing in the store. And while y'all niggas is boosting, it's amazing. Okay? Everybody loves it. Everybody's benefiting from everything that's going on. It's a hush hush. Maybe some people aren't treated as great in the ring, in the boosting ring. But everybody is fucking benefiting and ain't nobody saying shit. Hey, Melissa. So on Instagram, on YouTube, everybody. I wanted to say, be careful of the motherfucker that's crying after the fact. Okay, be careful of the motherfucker that's crying after the fact. Good morning, Grand Rising, Royal Abundant, amazing, all of that. I wanted to get this out because I was having this conversation and I was like, damn, this is a conversation that needs to be heard just a little bit more than in my house. So everybody was talking about the whole Kanye West thing and that he's telling the truth and all this kind of shit. And my first thing was this, and we was talking about the database. Hey, Miss Nikki. Hey, Melissa. We was talking about the database of you, okay? And Western society, a lot of motherfuckers feel like if it's not on the news and it's not on the internet, it's not true. That's bullshit. Okay? Bullshit. Everything that I talk about on the internet, I did not get from TV, news, or radio. Okay? All of my ancient holistic practices that I have received and learned about were not on TV or radio. So again, let's stop believing that if you don't have that backup, then it's not true. So again, your database is everything you've learned. If you've been on this earth for whatever amount of time, you've acquired a certain amount of knowledge that should be taken in consideration. Okay. Again, also, if you are conscious enough or spiritual enough to tap in to your Akashic records, aka your past life regressions, aka your ancestors who download all this information. Again, you are a resource in any topic. All right. The Woman King. Hey, what's up? The Woman King. That's a hard ass name. All right. So I started this conversation off with saying I have a father and I have some amazing kings in my house, in my life, in my house, who have protected and provided for all of their small tribe, aka community. All right. My dad has had jobs, amazing jobs. My dad has lost jobs, gotten other jobs. Hey, what's up, Miss Nikki? Never once. Good morning, sis. You're gorgeous. Thank you. Never once, never once, never once did my father whine about the job that he lost. Never once did my father whine about the job. Never once did he call the job. Never once did he sit outside the job and talk bad about the job. Never once. Never once. Especially if it was some shit that my father did to lose the job. Now, let's just be clear. All of us got, a lot of us got 9 to 5s. If the rule in the 9 to 5, okay, is not to be whatever, I don't know, not to say this or not to say that, because every job has a handbook, every job has standards, every job has protocol, every single fucking job has it. And you are aware of it. Let's just be totally clear. You are aware of that. If you step outside though that outline, your ass in trouble. If you step outside that outline, your dumb ass is in trouble. So now what do? As an adult, as a responsible, accountable person, what do? Well, you go and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and move on with my life. I'm going to figure out other things to do. This might not have been the avenue or road for me. Okay? Yo, this nigga just started whining. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it exactly how I want to say it. Kanye just started whining. This nigga was in the mix. Do you understand me? He was in the mix for years. We talking about, I've been working this grave shit and I ain't paid shit. I wish I could find me a spaceship and fly. I'm telling y'all this. I'm telling y'all this because the nigga been in it. Okay? The motherfucker been in the mix. He never said nothing. That's why I said you gotta be careful of the motherfuckers that cry after the fact. The motherfucker was in the mix and didn't say shit. So as long as the mix was serving him, he was good. You feel me? That's why I equated that to the whole the boosting ring. Everybody in the boosting ring knew what the fuck it was when they was boosting. Everybody knew. Everybody. Maryland Jobs can fire you for anything. Thank you, Melissa. When he was in the ring, nobody said shit. He benefited from all of that shit. And you ain't gonna tell me that motherfucker wasn't the only black dot in the room. A lot. He saw a lot. He heard a lot. Probably was disrespected to the point where it was just, he couldn't even deal with it. But guess what he did? Shut the fuck up. As long as it was beneficial. He shut the fuck up as long as it was beneficial. He saw everything that was going on. The nigga didn't say shit. The nigga didn't say shit. Now I don't know what type of philanthropy he's doing. I don't know if he's giving back to the community. I don't know if he's giving back in the form of his music. I don't know if he's giving back in the form of facilitating religion, which is bullshit. I said it. It's a bunch of bullshit, like the little girl said on the TikTok. Yeah, because religion ain't nothing but a code of conduct. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me, y'all. Y'all know I'm spiritual. Y'all know I'm spiritual. I'm going to say what I want to say. So he didn't say shit. And now he's telling everything. And my mission was, what the fuck you whining for, my G? And then not only what are you whining for, stop it. Why is everybody confused about this? Like, if you live in America, you understand that if some lady, unacceptable. If you live in America and you've been here for even a year, you have a good idea of how this shit go. And the way this shit go is Western society provides the jobs. Since the beginning of time, let's go to the civil rights movement. Fuck it. Let's get back. Martin Luther King was seen as someone who helped the African American community, but also hurt the African American community because his message was that everything was all inclusive. Okay. His message was he wanted everybody to walk side by side and he wanted everybody to be great. And like I forgot what comedian said it best. He said, we as a black community, we as a black community had cherry pies, okay? During the civil rights movement, we felt like our cherry pies wasn't good enough unless they were standing next to Caucasian cherry pies, okay? So everything that we're doing right now for someone else in corporate America, we could have been doing for ourselves. Okay, we could have built our infrastructure. We could have built our banking systems. We could have built our financial institutions. We could have built our educational institutions. All of that. But during the civil rights movement and segregation, instead of saying, "Okay, it's fine. If you don't fuck with us, that's cool. We're gonna do our thing. Y'all do your thing." No, civil rights movement said, "Go over there and try to be nice to motherfuckers that don't fuck with you. Even though you have everything you need." Because then us in the spiritual community know when we born, we got every motherfucking thing we need. Everything we need. You don't need nothing but you. You an army of you. A good support system will be great, but you do not need anything other than yourself. Okay? The day you born, you got everything you need. The day you born, you got everything you need. Now, you may need to be nurtured until you become of an age where you can utilize all of your skills, trades, educations, DNA downloads, all of that. But you born with every fucking thing you need. All right. So to say that you are surprised that the Western society kicked somebody out is fucking mind blowing. Are you serious? Are we even wasting time on this? Again, are we even wasting time on this? They took everything we had. That's why they're rich and he wanted us to have equal rights. Yes, but this is what I'm saying. At a point, okay, after slaves were released from the plantation, we attempted to work for Western society, the beginnings of Western society, because they did not want to deal with us and they were very unhappy that we were free men, which it took years and years for us to figure this shit out. We decided to create our own communities. This is what they don't teach you in the history books. And our communities that we created, whatever, after slavery, were more affluent than the slave masters shit that they had going on. Why? Because we had the skills, we had the knowledge, we had the trades, we were the workers. We understood how everything worked. We knew how to manage shit. So what we did was we took that shit for ourselves, okay? And we started to boom, okay? Nobody tells y'all this because, again, I started this conversation off by saying, just because it's not in the TV or in the books or on the radio does not mean it's not real. This is real, okay? We had communities, but we don't stick together. Hold on, before I take that, no, that's not our fault. And see, that's another thing. You got to realize hurt people hurt people. Unfortunately, the Willie Lynch theory, they don't stand in. The Willie Lynch theory is real, okay? The only reason why you feel like other black people is hating on you is because your mind is programmed. Nobody fucking hates you. And if they do, you have to give them a side pass because they too are under the Willie Lynch influence. The Willie Lynch book said, put the light against the dark. Put the tall against the short, put the woman against the man, put the young against the old, because you will always be in competition with each other, which will divide and never allow us to unify. Okay? Unfortunately, when we say, oh, black people, man, fuck that. Black people program, okay? Black people program. Black people don't even understand that they go to church, they pay tithes. Those tithes are put in a bank, okay? You support the bank. Black people, we fuel the economy, okay? We are the gas. They the car, but we the gas. You can't run without us. Then you go to the same bank. I get it. That's why I help my people know facts. You go to the same bank and you can't even get a home loan because the segregation started with the redlining, for all y'all that don't understand that. And it's still very much redlining, but it is financial redlining because they make certain homes a certain price because they know the typical African American household is only hitting 100,000, and that's on a good day. So if they make it higher than what you can afford, you can't be there. That's segregation without even having to say anything. But anywho, so again, I'm saying this before my shit die, before everything goes to shit, because y'all know my phone is always dead, always ready to die, which is a goddamn shame. I'm saying this because everybody is forgetting what the fuck was going on. Everybody is forgetting what the fuck was going on. And I'm gonna say what the fuck was going on was that motherfucker was benefiting. Okay, here we go. Everybody ain't gonna say what the fuck is going on because everybody is so, oh, if he said this, then we gotta look into this. No, it's not what a motherfucker tell you, it's what a motherfucker don't tell you. How many relationships y'all been in? Has it ever been about what the nigga told you? Or was it always about what the nigga didn't tell you? It's always about what the nigga didn't tell you. He knew what was going on. There we go, Melissa. There we go. The motherfucker, hey, Miss Kinsley. What, Kinsey? The motherfucker knew what was going on the whole time. He didn't start whining until they took it from him. Okay, now granted, there is a point of evolution. Everybody goes through trials and tribulations, which is what makes them great. Okay, if he is becoming a great, amazing person through this trial and tribulation, you still got to look at him with the side eye because the motherfucker was in it and didn't say shit. Also, you got to remember that in order to program the masses is sign, symbols, repetition, and trauma. Okay, sign, symbols, repetition, and trauma is how you program the masses. And I was just talking to my amazing man, and I'm like, yo, honestly, I'm not trying to be funny, but I would rather him shut the fuck up. You fucking whiner. Because at the end of the day, you knew what the fuck was going on the whole time. You ain't say nothing when it was good to you. And let me just tell you this. I put this on every fucking thing I love. If they take him back, he won't say shit. This is not his movement, okay? Let's be clear. This is not his movement. And I love the Umars. I love the Brother Panics. I love the Bobby Hemmets. I love all the Nation of Islam boys because they look at shit differently. Shout out to the Hebrew Israelites, all of them. I like them because they look at shit differently, okay? And it is really, really important to understand one thing. When you are shucking and driving for Western society and they no longer need you, why the fuck you want to come over here? Why are you over here? We're only his people when it's beneficial. Abso-fucking-lutely. Why are you over here? What you want to say? They did you wrong? Motherfucker, they've been doing us wrong since slavery. You confused? Because I know I'm not. Oh, they fucked you over? They've been fucking people over since the beginning of the time. Who's confused? Not me. What my one man said, not me. Who confused? Who don't understand how this go? Everybody understand how this shit go. Motherfucker, let me tell you something. It's a motherfucker going to get fired today. It's a motherfucker that's going to go into work and get fired today. And when he get fired, you know what he going to do? He going to go find another motherfucking job because that's what's that. Now, let me tell you why If listen to me when I tell you this, because he's so fucking smart. Again, what I say, it is not what a motherfucker say, it's what a motherfucker don't say that you need to be watching out for. Okay? Now, if he really wanted to start a revolution, instead of fucking crying and whining, he would already have started telling everybody to boycott everything that boycotted him. But he not no dummy, because he wants to be back in that circle. Don't get it fucked up. If right now they gave him his shit back, he would shut the fuck up. That's the difference between a Kanye and a me. I started because I saw it was shitty. I wanted to heal. You know, some people get stuck in certain places. Like religion is just understanding that religion is a code of conduct, is your first step in the spirituality. Because most of us get really mad, right? You get really mad and you get really upset about how people of color are being treated. But what do? What do? You just stay mad. Nobody actually does anything about it. So then you get to a spiritual place and you start to say, okay, I want to be spiritual. I want to free myself of anything that controls me, which starts with your bread. It starts with how you move. It starts with how you think. It starts with all of this shit. So you want to release some shit? Say fuck the world. Start making your own paychecks. Who could cut you off then? Melissa know about it. I cut my own checks. Who gonna cut me off? So at the end of the day, I wanted to say this shit ain't nothing but a distraction. Okay? If this nigga really wanted to be about something, he would start talking to the African American community and he would start saying boycott everything that boycotted me. Right now, I'm about to shut down my Twitter account. I'm only one motherfucker, but I'm gonna tell you why. Twitter went over to Africa. Twitter went over to Africa, and I am a Pan-Africanist. Twitter went over to fucking Africa and allowed all those Africans to work remotely until they actually built the facility. Once they built the facility, they let go all of the African Americans. And let me tell you what they about to do. They about to put other races in there. And they in Africa, motherfucker. They on our shit. And that's what they did to us? Absolutely not. Ain't nobody really banging with Twitter like that. No way. People on Twitter because they want to say shit and they think it's under the radar. Ain't nothing on this internet shit under the radar. First off, that's just like all of the fans only girls thought it was gonna be fans only girls. Nobody fucking told them that they was fucking screen recording that shit and putting it on Pornhub. Now you a fucking porn star. Your kids could find you. I'm sorry. Somebody had to say it. So what was the point of going to fans only? You might as well just have jumped into the porn industry. I said it. And this is no shade to the sex workers because everybody got to have a job. Everybody. Everybody got to have a fucking job. Everybody got to eat. So I ain't knocking nobody hustle. Boosie said it best. We need our own shit. Absolutely. But he ain't got his own shit neither. That nigga probably don't even got his. Again, we talking about what is, okay? If this motherfucker is smart enough to tell y'all what's going on, who been sacrificed, how everything is fucked up, how come he ain't smart enough to say, okay, it was really time to make a stand? Again, what she said, what one of the old church ladies said, be careful of the black leaders, okay? Because the celebrity black leaders are who they picked. If you think for 1 second they don't know how to shut Kanye up, they do. You want me to tell you how? You want me to tell you how they gonna shut him up if he's saying too much? They ain't gotta fucking kill him. All they gotta do is give him back the Adidas deal. He'll be quiet. That's it. Look what they did to Nick. Nick started running his mouth. As soon as he fucking said sorry, they gave him everything back. Now that nigga's hosting everything. He ain't saying shit. You know why he ain't saying shit? Oh my gosh. What he do? Sir, she don't have to say hi to you. I saw you. I saw you already. He's so spoiled. I just saw you already. All right, I'm on YouTube family right now. Just click the link in the bio. If you click the link in the bio, you can follow me on YouTube. Jump over to YouTube real quick. Just go to the link in my bio, click the YouTube. I should be coming up live. Thank y'all so much because I'm gonna keep running my mouth. Hey, call me Queen. I'm going on YouTube. Come over to YouTube real quick. Because my phone ready died. So let me just shut it off. You're being bad, sir. He don't care. He don't care. Hey, gorgeous. Is that my grandbaby? Is that my grandbaby? All right, family. Speak the truth. Thank you. Thank you so much. So as I'm wrapping up, come get a hug, and you do need a coat. Come get my grandmama's a hug. Come give Omar's a hug. I love her. I love her. You smell so good. I love you so much. What are you doing? You scared up? Hi. Mommy got everything. Mama got everything. He want to go with you. Yeah, and farting in the car. All right, so these are the things that I wanted to talk about because it is extremely important for everybody to weigh in because I just read the book The Alchemist. If you haven't read it, please read it. If you don't have time to read it, please go on YouTube and check out the audio book because it is fucking amazing. Fucking amazing, fucking phenomenal. I'm thinking about doing an audio book for both of my books because I want everybody to be able to read it, even if they busy and they moving around like a crazy person. But again, I wanted to let everybody know, and this is just my opinion. It doesn't make it right, but this is how I see things. And I don't know any other way to see it because a lot of time it's not. Most of the time, it's not what somebody's saying. It's not even about how they saying it. It's what they don't say. You never surprised about somebody repeating what they already told you. Never. You always surprised about the shit that the motherfucker said behind your back. You like, oh shit, I can't believe they would say some shit like that about me. That's how you feel. And this point, I don't want it to be any different. Hey, it's Nikki. It's Nikki, not Nikki. Hey, how you doing? I don't want that shit to be any different. Okay. There is a way to stand, and I can't tell anybody what to do or how to move or whatever. But if I felt completely wrong by any topic and I had that much influence, because again, to whom much is given, much is required. Right now, if he wanted to shake things up, he could. And shout out because I heard that they was coming together and doing some shit together or whatever. I don't even know how that's gonna help the black community giving us another pair of shoes. Maybe a school would be great. Not a charter school because charter schools are ran and mandated by the government, but an actual school. And on top of that, let's really be clear. When we talk about this whole redlining and all of that shit, it doesn't just stop with real estate. It starts with any major investments that people of color are trying to make. So they will make sure that you do not achieve your goal. Which shout out to Dr. Umar, which is why he is going through all the shit he's going through because they're making him jump through hoops and hurdles. And then while he's jumping through those hoops and hurdles, the black community is saying, well, what's taking you so long? First off, have you ever made a school? Right, you haven't. So you don't know what the fuck this nigga got to go through. And you don't know what he is allowed to say and not to say that might prohibit him from being great. So again, support that brother. He's amazing. Again, shout out to all of the folks that's online talking this real shit because it's not a lot of us. It's not a lot of us. And if you start to get too wrapped up into monetization or how much money you're getting, you stop being one of us. So keep getting your regular coin at your regular rate. Yeah, you want to grow? Definitely expand. But if you get too big, this is the shit you got to go through. And when I say too big, I don't mean making too much money. I mean that as soon as they run you, they run you. Huh? Oh, you want to call yourself? For anybody that was wondering what I'm drinking, he making you mad. Sir, be a good boy. Hold on, y'all. I'm being a mommy. Oh shucks. All right, you should be ringing right now. So I just wanted to say, watch out for the distraction. Watch out for the wolf in sheep clothing. It's when they was letting them put his shit in everything. When they was letting him put his shit in everything and dance and all that and be amongst and be in all those rituals that he say, this motherfucker, his mother been passed. That nigga ain't never said nothing. Now he talking. He didn't say nothing until they started taking shit away. A smart man would allow them to take everything and create his own platform, because that's what all of us been doing. We the real stars. I don't know how many times I gotta say this. We didn't get chosen. Nobody gave us hidden agendas. We didn't get sent out to fuck up our community. All of that. Bye bye. I love you. Love you. So I mean, I really just wanted to say that. I just, and everybody was like, oh, he's now enlightening the black community. Okay. I mean, if this ain't confirmation for all the motherfuckers that's been, I mean, we've been saying this. We've been saying this. The conscious community has been talking about this. This has been a topic of discussion. Nobody believes us, because we don't ever have confirmation. Again, with that damn TV, the internet, and the radio, nobody don't believe us, but it's the truth. So again, please don't become distracted. Please don't get too wound up in anything, please, because you got to understand the type of motherfucker. And here's the deal. I never had that type of money. I never had that type of money. Nobody in my family has ever had Kanye West type of money. So, I mean, I don't know what effect that would have on anybody, to be honest. So, you know what I'm saying? Me putting myself in his shoes is not what I'm trying to do. I just want to give my perspective on things. Like, again, I said, I got kings in my life right now who have had amazing positions, lost amazing positions, stood up and still did amazing fucking things without the whining and the crime. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, if they take them back, they'll remove these videos from YouTube so motherfucking fast, and the next generation won't even know what the fuck he said. Facts. Not taking it back. Truth. Keep that in mind. So now that you have this perspective on everything that's going on, go back, watch a few videos online. Think about that. They saying they took this man's, man, let me tell you something. He was in the circles. He know how it go. He know how it go. He know how it fucking go. And then let's not negate the fact that everybody said that the Kardashians had put something on them, some roots, some, I don't know. Now let me just tell y'all, any magic that ain't got melanin in it is bullshit. Any magic that ain't got melanin in it is bullshit. It's programming, not magic. There's a difference. Melanin magic means if I want to manifest something right the fuck now, it's happening in a day or two. Programming, subconscious programming, means you have to be indoctrinated in it. So that means you got to go to school and learn it. You got to go in your job and learn it. You got to see it on TV. They got to keep you around this thing, because if you stay programmed, you don't even understand that your intuition is your magic and your melanin helps you manifest. I mean, we could go on for days. Which is why, let me roll into my shit, which is why the Waist Measurement Challenge been rocking for the last 5 years. And what is that? That's a healing sisterhood group. It's virtual. We talk about accountability. We talk about conscious everything. We pick a new topic that we discuss all the time. The next one is coming up, and this one's going to be different than any other topic, because we're using the ancient art of storytelling to have a better understanding of alchemy, because every person that you touch changes them, changes their environment. And in turn, if you do it with love, it'll change the world. And that is alchemy. And I wanted to talk about that because there are sisters in our circle, okay, who have amazing stories that if you heard them, they would change you and make you a better person. So this Waist Measurement Challenge, super duper affordable. If you follow the link on my bio, you can click join in. You can jump in, tell your story, jump out. You can jump in, experience the whole Waist Measurement Challenge, everything. It's December, so it's going to be a lot going on in December. I know a lot of people have family coming in, out, shit they got to do. So if you don't have the time to commit, that's fine. But let me tell you something. If you call yourself spiritual and you call yourself healing, right? It is very important for you to tell your story. Let's talk about how important this is. I didn't say share a fucking meme that you agree with. People think that that's not telling shit. Sharing memes that you agree with is not a way to educate or inspire. Okay, you actually have to use your own words, and what I've created is a safe space. Okay, a safe space for you to come. I ain't telling shit. I ain't telling shit. I ain't never been that bitch to tell shit. I ain't telling shit. I'ma say my piece, and after I say my piece, I'ma leave it. But everybody that's been in the waist measurement challenge knows it is a safe space to talk about what's going on. You have an obligation. If you have healed through waist beads, accountability, sisterhood, ancient holistic practices. You have an obligation to tell your story to other sisters so you can inspire them. Now, what happens when you tell that story? She thinks about it. She changes a few things, how she is in her life, in her daily repertoire, and it changes her community. You have an obligation. I'm calling niggas out. I'm not playing. You have to come and tell. And this is gonna move us into 2023 being greater, wonderful, more conscious, more ascended people. Again, the link is in the bio for the waist measurement challenge. I'm sorry that I had to talk about this low vibrational topic. Let me get back on my shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to talk about this low vibrational topic, but it had to be talked about in a way that everybody could fucking understand. Bruh, we is not dumb. We is not dumb. We is not dumb. We know what the fuck Western society been doing since the beginning of time. Why are you fucking shocked? Why? You can't be shocked. You can't even be shocked. You can't be shocked. You can't be surprised or anything. How? Why? Okay? This is how I go. This is how I go. And this is how it go. This is what it is. So I got a book called Waist Beads in Western Society. It's been published since 2021. I'm so thankful. I published another book. So I published two books on Amazon. I'm in the process of publishing my third book, which I feel like is going to be my most influential book. But every author feels like the next book is the best book. But I'm going to create some type of, hey, Puka Puka, hey, Benet, how are you? I'm going to create some type of get all three books and a waist bead, some type of package. I'll get it together. I have an amazing collection of waist beads online. Click the link in the bio and you'll see, that I have a solid collection. Haven't had a solid collection in a long time. So I'm very inspired and happy about that. And what the solid collection do is it uses colorology to promote anything you are trying to subconsciously program into your womb in your daily life. Okay. We already talked the signs, symbols, repetition, trauma. That's how So every single time you look at the waist beads, you say, oh, I got these waist beads because I want to ascend. Oh, I got these waist beads because I want wisdom. Oh, I got these waist beads because I want positivity. And that is how you ascend. And once you make it to that positive state that you feel like is good, you get rid of them waist beads and do it again. That's how you unblock your chakras, meditation. Remember, if you ain't take nothing from this conversation, know this. Everything you already had, you already needed. And I want to thank my good sister, Kamisha, for giving me that message yesterday. Anything you want to try new, try that shit because that also helps with ascension and that also helps change the dynamic. Alchemy is one of those sciences that somebody gotta tell you a story about it for you to get it. So I want us to tell stories in order for us to get it. All right, I appreciate y'all. Watch a motherfucker to cry after the fact. Watch. Be mindful of a motherfucker that cry after the fact. That's why they call it charging into the game. I'm not saying nobody can't tell anything, say anything, share anything. You can. Freedom of speech is real. You should be able to say and share whatever you want to say. But motherfucker, I was watching your resume and I seen you. All right. Click the link in the bio. Follow me on everything. I appreciate y'all.